Welcome to Know Your Law with your legal guru, Mrs. Adams. Today, we're diving into a whirlwind of political drama, cultural commentary, and the myriad opinions surrounding Donald Trump's inauguration. As we unpack the events of that historic day, we'll explore the hopes, fears, and expectations from various communities as they grappled with what a Trump presidency might mean for them. January 20th, 2017, dawned crisp and clear as the National Mall filled with a sea of red hats and a rainbow of signs. Donald Trump was about to be inaugurated as the 45th President of the United States, and the atmosphere was charged with both excitement and tension. The stage was set, quite literally, for what felt more like a reality show finale than a political ceremony. As Trump took to the stage, his supporters erupted in cheers. Among them were prominent Republicans, beaming with optimism. "Finally, a man who'll shake things up," one older gentleman declared, puffing out his chest. "He'll bring back jobs, build that wall, and give us all a tax break." His friend, nodding vigorously, added, "And don't forget, he'll make America great again. I can't wait to see what he does." Meanwhile, Democrats stood on the sidelines, arms crossed and faces tight with skepticism. "I expect 4 years of chaos," one woman muttered, shaking her head. "He's going to dismantle everything we've worked for. What's next? A reality show about the White House?" Her friend replied, "You mean it hasn't already started? I think I saw a promo for Keeping Up with the Trumps last week." The absence of Michelle Obama was palpable. "Where's the class?" a nearby observer commented. "I mean, she could at least show up and give him a side-eye." A man in a Not My President shirt quipped, "Maybe she's busy perfecting her eye roll for the next 4 years. She'll need it." As the inauguration day unfolded, guests included a motley crew of politicians, celebrities, and business moguls. The sight of former Vice President Joe Biden shaking hands with Republicans was a spectacle in itself. "Next time, let's make this a friendly game of dodgeball instead," he joked, trying to lighten the mood amidst the tension. On the streets, a diverse crowd gathered, each group filled with their own hopes and fears. A group of Indian immigrants shared their thoughts over samosas. "Well, if he's serious about jobs, I hope he doesn't forget we make a mean curry," one man said, laughing. "Maybe he'll need us in the kitchen," his friend added, "or at least let us open a few more restaurants to spice up the White House menu." Nearby, a cluster of Chinese students watched, their expressions a mix of amusement and anxiety. 4 years of Trump? "I hope he remembers not to start a trade war," one joked. "I'd like to keep my phone and my fortune cookies, thank you very much." Another chimed in, "Yeah, but if he does invade China, I'm bringing my family to the US for the Great Escape." The Jewish community too had mixed feelings. "At least he's pro-Israel," one man said, "but I'm still worried about the rhetoric. If he thinks he can solve everything with a tweet, we're in trouble." His friend added, "Maybe he should consult a rabbi for some sage advice, just to keep things balanced." Pro-Palestinian activists stood nearby, holding signs that read, "Peace, not walls." One of them shrugged, "With Trump in charge, I expect more walls than solutions. But hey, if he can broker peace, I'll throw a party and invite everyone. Immigrants, activists, and maybe even a few wall builders." A group of Russian emigres shared their thoughts, chuckling, "At least we know he loves a good deal. Maybe he'll help us invest in some American real estate." One added, "Or he might just open a Russian bistro." "Vodka and democracy, anyone?" Across the street, LGBTQ+ activists voiced their concerns. "I expect 4 years of defending our rights," one man stated, crossing his arms defiantly. "But if he thinks he can roll back progress, he's got another thing coming." His partner chimed in, "Right? Maybe we should start a Gays for Trump movement, just to keep him on his toes." Immigration lawyers gathered in small groups, nervously discussing the implications of Trump's promises. "If he goes through with those deportations, my business is about to boom," one lawyer joked, though the concern in her eyes was evident. "But seriously, I hope he remembers that these are people we're talking about, not just numbers." As the inauguration ceremony concluded, the crowd dispersed, leaving behind a mix of laughter and anxiety. The opinions shared that day painted a vivid picture of a nation on the brink of change, where hope clashed with fear, and where every group held its breath, wondering what the next 4 years would bring. In the end, one thing was clear. Regardless of political affiliation, the excitement and dread surrounding Trump's presidency would not be boring. And with a whole nation watching, it promised to be nothing short of a spectacular show. Now, I want to hear from you. What did you expect Trump to achieve in his first 100 days in power? Do you think he achieved it? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and please remember to remain respectful of others as we engage in this important conversation.